We have again received a surge in demand for DNA testing services. We have experienced a recent surge. Just last week alone, for DNA services, we got 94 cases, just in 3 days, recorded, and 95% of these are men who want to find out who want to carry out paternity tests on their children, but we also have some women. 2% of these are women who want to do some DNA on their children. Then we also have 3% of these are children who are bringing their parents for DNA. Children, about 3% of the children, they want to do some DNA on their parents. And these are mature people. They want to know whether they were really fathered by that father and whether they are helping the right father right now. And these cases have surged. So the people desirous of these services, my advice, as usual, is do not engage in DNA unless you have a very stony heart. If you don't have a strong heart, please do not, because I have seen the results. I think 98% of the people who have carried out DNA, the results have come out negative. You can now know the results. And what this has caused to the population, especially traumatizing children. I would advise that for men who are desirous of carrying out these paternity tests, to do it maybe when kids are still at a tender age, very young, in hospital or at birth, instead of waiting. Because now these children, some of them are of age, others are. Now supposing you find a kid you have taken care of up to the age of 15, and now they tell you it's not yours. Just imagine what is going to happen. So I have always said this, that take care of the children that your wife gave you, because the others are also taking care of yours somewhere. I have always said this. Yes, because it is going to cause real problems. I have had people almost killing each other because of these issues of DNA. But for those who cannot avoid it, our lab in Wandegea charges $100 per sample, and they normally take samples from 3 people, from the father, the purported father, the alleged father, and the alleged mother, and also the alleged child. They take samples from 3. So these are not poor people who are doing DNA. And in any case, why should a poor man do DNA? For what reasons? This DNA is done by rich people because it is a million shillings at least to carry out DNA. So our lab in Wandegea is open for those who can't avoid it. But if you can avoid, give it, and you'll die in peace. So applicants are advised to visit our labs in Wandegea, but some of the applicants are complaining. The media team is always at the DNA lab, snooping. For those who go there for tests, please don't scare people who are going to do the DNA in Wandegea. The cameramen are somewhere there, especially looking out for the prominent people who are going to do DNA tests. Please, give people peace. Those who can't avoid it, give them peace to go and find out the truth. Let them die with their problems. But my advice is, don't do it. You'll have your peace. Accumulated another set of 1,500 passports collected from various embassies in Kampala, Chinese embassy, Turkish embassy, and others. Ugandans who applied for visas in these countries, some of them were even given visas, but they did not pick their passports. We have the passports, 1,500 passports. These passports, we have them. The other time I've seen some people coming to pick. We have learned that some of these passports were sent there by some tour and travel companies, which later on abandoned the job, closed the companies, and disappeared. Maybe Skypins is one of them. So we have 1,500 passports. Some of them actually have visas in them, especially Chinese visas. I have seen even one with American visa. I've seen one passport with American visa, which is still valid. It was given 2 years. Others have UK visas. Others have Turkish visas. So please pick these passports. They belong to you. Since the introduction of the electronic passport system in 2018, over 42,000 now, we destroyed the other time 60,000 passports collected from Chambogo. We have now accumulated other 42,000. And now, this is my first call to those applicants who applied, paid, and had their passports processed, but failed to pick them for one reason or the other. They are lying in Chambogo, and we do not have space for such passports. So the owners are urged to retrieve their passports from designated centers, including Chambogo, regional offices like Mbale, Mbarara, Gulu, Jinja, Masaka, Fort Portal, Arua, Hoima, Masindi, and Lira. People applied through all these, and to collect any passport, applicants must present their national ID and a receiving slip, and the passport will be be given to you. So applicants are strongly encouraged to collect their passports promptly to avoid similar issues. Then lastly, there was an incident last week. Last week, but on July 2nd, at approximately 11 p.m., a joint operation by the Uganda People's Defense Force, Moroto, and Immigration Moroto, where we apprehended 71 Eritrean nationals at a roadblock at a place known as Nadunget checkpoint. That is 10 kilometers from Moroto town. So the initial investigations revealed that these people are Eritreans. They were found aboard a Kenyan registered bus, KAV 030V, without any documentation. Following a whistleblower's tip-off about suspected human trafficking, it is suspected that these people entered the country through a panya, and when we got them, they did not have any record of entry. So they were driven to Kampala. And the law of immigration states that the way you come into the country is the way you leave. The point of entry you use is where you, the means with which you use to enter is the same means used to exit the country. These people use the panya to enter the country, and clearly they were illegal immigrants. We could not arrest them, put them in our detention, because first of all, there was no record of entry, so we did not know these people. So what we had to do, we only had to follow immigration rules, policies, and procedures by driving them back to where they entered from. And of course, in some circles, it was reported that we abandoned them in the wilderness and in the bush, where there was even no gazetted border. But that is exactly how they entered the country. So we put them there, and eventually those people found their way, I think, back to where they came from. Then lastly, people who lose national IDs and want to apply for passports may not suffer a lot. What you have to do if you're applying for a passport, just let us know of your NIN. And even if you don't have a physical copy of national ID, we shall process your passport. For as long as you know your NIN, we shall be able to process your passport without a physical national ID card.